Some people can get a shot without even flinching. They roll up their sleeve, look the other way, and barely react. But for other people, a needle can feel terrifying. Their heart starts racing, their stomach turns. They may feel dizzy, sweaty, or even faint. And sometimes the fear is so strong that they avoid doctors, blood tests, or vaccines altogether. So why can one tiny needle cause such a huge reaction in some people, while others barely care? In this video, we're exploring why needles trigger fear in some people, why that fear can be physical as well as emotional, and why fainting from needles is not just being dramatic. And if you enjoy discovering the hidden explanations behind everyday questions, be sure to subscribe. Let's get into it. Most people don't exactly enjoy needles. A shot, a blood draw, or an IV can be uncomfortable, and it's normal to feel a little nervous. But for some people, the reaction goes much deeper than simple dislike. The fear of needles is often called trypanophobia, and for people who experience it intensely, the body can react as if it is facing a serious threat. That may sound strange because logically, most people know the needle is small. They know the pain will only last a second. They know the doctor or nurse is trying to help. But fear does not always begin with logic. It often begins with the brain's threat system. When the brain sees something it associates with pain, injury, blood, or loss of control, it can trigger an alarm response before the rational part of the mind has time to calm things down. That is why the anticipation is often worse than the needle itself. For many people, the scariest part is not the actual injection. It is waiting for it. Watching the nurse prepare the syringe, feeling the alcohol wipe on the skin, knowing the needle is about to go in. The brain starts predicting pain before anything has even happened. And once that alarm system turns on, the body responds. Muscles tense, breathing changes. The heart may beat faster. The person may feel trapped, embarrassed, or unable to escape. For some people, this fear comes from a bad past experience. Maybe they had a painful shot as a child. Maybe they were held down during a medical procedure. Maybe they once fainted during a blood test and now fear it happening again. The brain is very good at remembering experiences that felt threatening. And if it connects needles with fear, that connection can last for years. But past experience is not the only reason. Some people may be more naturally sensitive to pain, blood, or medical settings. Others may have learned the fear by watching someone else panic. A child who sees a parent or sibling react strongly to needles may begin to associate needles with danger too. But one of the most interesting parts of needle fear is what happens when people faint. Because fainting from needles is not just a person overreacting. It is often caused by something called a vasovagal response. Here's what that means. Normally, when you are scared, your body prepares for action. Your heart rate rises, your blood pressure may increase, your body gets ready to fight or run away. But with needles, blood, or medical procedures, some people have almost the opposite reaction. After an initial spike of fear, their nervous system suddenly causes their heart rate and blood pressure to drop. When blood pressure drops quickly, less blood reaches the brain. That can make a person feel lightheaded, nauseous, sweaty, weak, or faint. So when someone passes out after seeing a needle, it is not because they are weak. It is because their nervous system reacted automatically. In fact, they may not be able to control it in the moment. This is one reason needle fear can become a cycle. A person fears the needle, then they feel dizzy, then they fear fainting. Then the next time the fear is even stronger. Eventually, the fear is not just about pain. It is about losing control, embarrassing yourself, or feeling trapped in a medical situation. The good news is that needle fear can often be managed. For some people, simply looking away helps. Others do better when they lie down during shots or blood draws, especially if they have a history of fainting. Slow breathing can calm the nervous system. Tensing the muscles in the legs and arms can sometimes help keep blood pressure from dropping. And for more severe needle phobias, gradual exposure therapy can help the brain learn that needles are uncomfortable, but not truly dangerous. The most important thing is that the fear is real. Even if the needle is small, the body's reaction can be powerful. And understanding that reaction is the first step toward making it easier to handle. The next time you see one person calmly get a shot while someone else can barely look, remember that the difference is not just bravery. It can be memory, biology, anxiety, and the nervous system all working together. For some people, a needle is just a quick pinch. For others, it triggers a full-body alarm. And that is why some people are truly terrified of needles. Thanks for watching Questions Answered. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.